All right, I'm Brad Harp, and for EMC 400 Module 1, I will be interviewing Captain David Lay. Um, he is a captain here at Ambulance Inc. of Lower County in London, Kentucky. Um, Captain Lay, the National EMS Management Association um, defines 7 different pillars that lead to a competent EMS officer. Um, Of these pillars, one of the pillar has 6 different components. These components consist of EMS officer self-attributes, work habits, work attitudes, stress management, self-insight, and learning. Of these 6 different components that make up the first pillar, which do you think are the most important in becoming a competent EMS officer?
Brad, thank you for the interview. What sticks out to me is stress management. Stress management comes from the top down. You have to get control of it. We work in the most stressful environment that you could possibly imagine. So if you can imagine, if you don't have a good control over it, if you don't have a good grasp of ways to control it, then it's going to be a disaster to you. And when you're having problems with it, that reflects your whole staff. And one of the ways you can manage the stress is have a full activity life outside of EMS. And when you're outside of the EMS area, uh, have friends that's not even associated with fire, EMS, rescue. Go do things in a church group or other activities. Something to get your mind off of EMS. I know it's hard sometimes because of the things we see out here, but you have to be able to deal with it. That's one of the reasons why we have such a high burnout rate. As people, I think, is just they're not taught stress management like they should be. Uh, I hope that helps you.
Yes, sir. Would you recommend counseling or debriefing after maybe a stressful run or anything? Do you think that would help? Or
Debriefing would be one of the things that's greatly underutilized because it's one of the obvious debriefing moments is a pediatric, but different people handles emotions and scenes and um, certain circumstances differently. For one person, it may be a pediatric. For another person, it may be an elderly patient. So it's just not a pediatric patient. And also, we have severe traumas that doesn't have fatalities, but it should be emphasized more on different scenarios than besides the most severe hurricane or tornado, besides something with multi-casualties, even something that's everyday run-of-the-mill scene flight should have a debriefing period.
yes, sir. Um, Out of those 6, would you want to pick one more that you find to be very important?
Very important. What the next one is obviously is learning. You always got to keep on top of the game. Everything in EMS changes. If it's a standard protocol procedure one day, and this is what you'll never do. Next day you'll break that, and this is what you want to do. And they'll show evidence why different studies where it actually proves patient outcomes. So if you're not up to date on this, then you'll actually hinder your patient care in the long run on occasions.
Yes, sir. All right. I'd say that about wraps it up. Thank you for your interview.
Thank you.